And good evening, sports fans, and welcome to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report Wednesday night update, live from Coach's Corner, and you gotta love it. It's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Remember, there are 5 shows on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Once again, Rubbin' and Grubbin' let it off, 6 o'clock, Wednesday night, right here. Let me put my earphone in, it's a little loud, okay? So, Rubbin' and Grubbin' with the Atlanta man, Brandon Bain, talking to all NASCAR. That started at 6 o'clock. He ended a little early today. So I've been sitting here waiting to see what's going on. So it's definitely going to be a lot of fun tonight. We got a great lineup. The coach, Karl DeMasi, the AD, Chad Griffin. He's got a lot going on. End of the school year. He's helping with the Georgia High School State baseball playoffs that are here in Savannah, Georgia. So hopefully he'll show up before we're over, but we'll see what happens. And Saturday we will be live. We will be live at Calvary Day School, Specialty Sports Complex, for the 11th annual Coastal Empire Soccer Coaches All-Star Game, put on by Cam Turner, assisted by Calvary Day School, of course, Chad Griffin. It should be a lot of fun out there. We got a great lineup, which I'll tell you at the end of the show. All right, what are we going to talk about tonight? Tonight we got a great lineup. We're going to talk about, hey, we just finished the Ashley Deering Award, which goes to the most versatile high school male athlete in the city of Savannah, 3-sport athlete, must play football, basketball, and spring sport. And then we just finished the Hollis Stacy Award, which was given out for the 29th time. Okay, yesterday at Islands High School, sophomore Veronica Serzant winning that award. Basketball, volleyball, soccer, and track. 4-sport athlete. She's only a sophomore. First sophomore ever to win that award, and first Islands High School Shark to ever win that award. So we'll be talking now to the man that has coordinated. He's brought to life. We have a middle school Athlete of the Year award that goes to 2 public school males, 2 public school females in middle school. Okay, the Savannah Athlete of the Year award, middle school, the Dewitt trophy. He'll tell us more about it. I don't want to botch it up anymore, but we'll be talking to the coordinator, David Dewitt. And then after we get done with David, we'll talk about BC basketball, the track stars from last weekend who made the podium. So we got a lot to talk about, but let's go right to it. He's joining us on the Coach's Corner hot seat. I think this is the 3rd Savannah Middle School Athlete of the Year presented by David Dewitt, the Dewitt Trophy. He'll give us the sponsors because I can't find my notes. But right now, live on the Coach's Corner hot seat, the man himself, Dave Dewitt. Dave, thanks for coming on.
Hey, Karl, how you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm talking about local sports. Of course, I missed the AD, but like I said, he's got a lot going on with him rounding up the year at Calvary Day School, putting things together. He's got an all-star game this weekend. He's got the Georgia High School State baseball players this weekend. Last week he did the soccer players, but just a lot going on. All right, so we announced the Ashley Deering Award, which went to Trent Thornex out of Benedictine Military School, football, basketball, and track. Then we had the Hollis Stacy Award go to Veronica Serzant. Of course, Trent is a senior, committed to play football at Duke. Veronica is only a sophomore from Islands High School. She's still got 2 more years to go. But, I mean, I've been following you along doing this for the last 2 years. This is the 3rd year. We got the Savannah Middle School Athlete of the Year, which is a great award. So tell us about it. Who sponsored it? Who came up with this idea? And, of course, you're the coordinator, the director, the founder, I think, too, right?
That's correct. So,
Karl,
you and I go way back. We both have a deep love, as Chad does as well, for the kids in our community. When you're coaching, you know how it works. You get to be tight with your kids that you have influence on, but you want the other teams to do well. You want the other players to do well. And Savannah's a big, small town. So I was coaching middle school, 7th and 8th grade, and just fell in love with the kids, not just on my team, but on the other teams. How classy they were, and I'm so excited for our future, for these future leaders. So we started this award, my wife and I did. We kind of patterned it after the Wendy's Heisman Award. So you've got to have community service, you've got to have great grades, and then you have to have played at least 2 sports. We were kind of hampered a little bit this year because middle schools and public schools weren't able to get but one sport in, which was basketball. They got a little bit of track in. So we're keeping it going, and just these kids are just phenomenal. They're a pleasure to be around, and it's just such a pleasure to honor them.
And middle school is the foundation, is the minor leagues, and what's going to happen on the high school level. And honoring these kids and the way you're doing it, community service, academics, athletics, is really special. So let's talk about the public school kids. Did you come up with 2 kids this year?
Yeah, we had 2 great kids. Ava Thomas from STEM Academy. Ava, all these kids pretty much have A averages. They all do volunteer service. Ava volunteered with Ron McDonald House and Anderson Cancer Clinic. She was on 2 undefeated teams at STEM, both basketball and soccer team. And she also won the individual championship with the Ravens in track.
And how did you do with the boys' side?
And then on the boys' side, we've got a kid there's no ceiling for, and that's pardon the pun there, because this kid can rise. Makai Joyner went to Hubert Middle School, but he actually played up. He played on the JV for Savannah High School under Coach Tim Jordan. But he volunteers as well with the Salvation Army. He's got good grades. He was the MVP for Savannah High School's JV team, averaging almost 30 points a game. Karl, he's just a freak. They lost 1 game, and in that game, he scored, I think Coach Jordan said, around 39 points. So this kid's just a stud. His athletic director, Jason Olson, sent me a highlight video of the guy getting up like you used to with his elbows on the rim.
Yeah, elbows on the rim. I'm lucky I get to touch it with my fingertips. Now, you hung on the rim up there in Georgia a couple times, I heard, too.
That was a long time ago, 31 years ago this year.
So, and, of course, you had the girls, the female athletes. Let's talk about the public school. Oh, we already talked about the public school. Let's talk about the private school female athlete of the year.
Private school, we'll kick it off with the ladies. Harris Stone from Savannah Country Day School, again, with A average all 3 years of middle school, community service, and then she led her team to 2 basketball championships and a runner-up in her 3 years of middle school. And then she also excelled in volleyball and soccer as well. She was, like Makai, she was good enough in soccer to play on the junior varsity team.
Nice. And on the guys' side?
On the guys' side, we actually had a tie. Again, this is the second year in a row we've had a tie on the private school side. John Lilly, quarterback from Blessed Sacrament, carries a 4.0 GPA, which would qualify him to host the sports report. He's National Junior Honor Society, tutors young kids, summer programs, helping out. But again, quarterback for the football team. He won basketball championships all 3 years of middle school. He led the league in rebounding and averaged 17 a game. He also was in the middle school baseball championship, batting cleanup. And in track, finished 3rd in the high jump and 4th in long jump. And then also we had Harry Zoe Smalls is his nickname. He's at Savannah Christian Prep, and he's running back. He was nominated by his varsity coach, Baker Woodward. Zoe volunteers at the Frank County Boys Club. He helps conduct toy drives and other activities, but he led his team to a SPAL football championship, and it was also starting linebacker and running back. He was the team's MVP, and he was also basketball best defender and rebounder. And in track, Zoe won the championship with his team in the 4x100 relay and the shot put. So you've got just some incredible kids, just a great representative of our city here, and just so proud to honor them.
Now, you're going to have the award tomorrow, Forsyth Park at the Fountain. When these kids come up there, this is your 3rd year. How excited are these kids?
I think they're just at this age, anything means a great deal to them. So to be able to recognize them not just for their performance on the court or on the field, but also to recognize them as leaders. So it means a lot, not just to the kids, but the parents and the coaches who are helping to mentor these young men and women.
Now, you talked about why you started doing this award, and it's something special, but you got some special backers, right? You have a sponsor for the
this is the first year we got Friday Health. I've got a good friend, Mark Capogrosi, who's left Anthem to go with a new carrier in our area and was just looking for a way to invest in our community. So he's stepped up, which allowed us to, we do Dick's gift cards to all the kids. And so we were able to ante up a little bit more money for these kids and help them get some new kicks or whatever they may need.
Yeah, I anytime you give an athlete a card over to Dick's Sporting Goods, it's like Christmas in the middle of the year. Yeah. So, all right. So, if people want to come out to watch, can they come out to watch? Any special protocols or what they need to do?
No, it's because it's out there in the open. We're not as concerned about COVID because everybody's kind of keeping their distance with the new mandates and all. I think we're sitting pretty. We did it at Forsyth Park last year because we weren't able to go into the schools. And it was just a great setting in our beautiful city. Just really looking forward to it. And all the media outlets have promised to come out, including the sports report. So we should have good coverage there for these kids to brag on them a little bit.
It's good that now the community and the local media now are getting into the middle school sports because you really don't hear much about them. So I'm glad that we got everybody coming out there. The prep sports report will be out there. Travis Jadon does a great job. But once again, Dave, great award, a great way to go run it, and on these younger kids who don't get much love or much publicity. So keep it up, and I look forward to see Travis' story and check out how the news handles it.
I appreciate it, Carl. And if we can, the one person who's been banging the drum for middle school for years, Mark Beasley, is no longer on the beat. He's had some health issues. Let's give a little shout out to Mark Beasley for all the hard work he did over a decade of work for the News Press.
I know he used to write a column every week about the middle schools, and once again, like everything else that's going with the newspaper, it's slowly but dwindling, going away, and it's tough because I'm a little older than you, and the first thing I want to do is read the sports page. And on Sunday, when he had all those stories about all those middle school kids, it was great. And Mark Beasley, great guy, and I'm glad that you got him coming out there tomorrow. You got Mark coming out tomorrow?
Oh, I haven't heard from him because he's been kind of under the weather. So I'm going to reach out and see if he'll be able to make it.
All right, 1 o'clock at the Fountain in Forsyth Park. Check it out. The Savannah Athlete of the Year for our middle schools. The Dewitt Trophy, Dewitt Plaque. You call it the trophy or the plaque?
It's Dewitt Award.
The Dewitt Award. So once again, Dave, always a pleasure. We got to get you back on the high school level, coaching some basketball there, buddy.
Yeah, it may happen at some point. My son's currently a rising 7th grader. But for those who may be interested in checking out the website, it's SAV Athlete of Year, SAV Athlete of Year, and you can read the biographies on each of these kids and previous winners.
Thanks, Dave. Have a good one.
Thanks, buddy. Have a great night.
You too. I mean, it's a great award. I mean, it's something to honor the middle school students, which not many people do. And, I got to give Dave DeWitt. You see, I go way back to my first couple of years coming here. I was the head coach, the girls at Jenkins, and Dave was the head coach over at Calvary, and we had a lot of fun coaching against each other. We got to talking. I never knew he was a big-time Bulldog player until later on, but he does a great job. He's coaching in the SPAL League, and I think he won 2 championships last year with 2 teams, or he was in the finals with 2 teams, but he's still giving back with his basketball knowledge. And to do this, SAV Athlete of the Year, honoring our middle school athletes. There's 2 public school recipients, and there's 3 private school because the male's tied. So check it out, and it'll be all over the news tomorrow because at 1 o'clock at Forsyth Park, these young athletes get recognized. Kudos to Dave DeWitt and his organization for doing this. All right, so we know the bus pulled out of Seawright Drive this morning. Benedictine traveling to Coolway Field in Lawrenceville, Georgia, for the GHSA, Class 4A championships. And if you want to watch the game, come right here to the center of the sports universe, Coach's Corner, because John Henderson will have both games streaming. First pitch, 5 o'clock. Second game will be 30 minutes after the first game is completed. And if there's an if game, they'll play that on Friday, and John Henderson will have it right here. Kevin Farmer has done a great job. The Cadets are 33-4 They're taking on Marist, the Catholic school up there in Atlanta, who's 31-8. So it's the best of 3-game series. We got Carter Holton, we got Trent. Trent, help me out here. Trent, I just got Trent Marketing. We got Justin Thomas. We got Mr. Edge. I mean, there's so many good kids on that BC team. It's gonna be unbelievable. And once again, 5 o'clock. If I can find a place, I'm coming here to watch it. Okay. Now, don't forget, all eyes are going to be up there in Lawrenceville on the Cool Ray Stadium. That's the home of the Braves minor league team, the Gwinnett Stripers. But in Savannah, we're going to host 2 Georgia High School State Association Classification Championships. We're going to host 2A, not far down the road, okay? Jeff Davis is going to take on the Lovett School. That'll happen Saturday, doubleheader starting at 5 o'clock. The if game will be pushed to Monday because they're not going to play on a Sunday, okay? But starting Friday, the Class 1A public championship will be between Gordon Lee and the Metter Tigers. Metter coming in from I-16. Metter's been on a roll at 27-8. Gordon Lee's coming in at 35-3. That'll be at Grayson Stadium Friday. First pitch, 5 o'clock. Second game, 30 minutes after the first game. Game 3, if needed, will be Saturday at 12 p.m. So check that out. We'll have the Georgia High School State Association playoffs for 2A and 1A public right here in Savannah, Georgia. But Thursday, BC, up at Cool Ray Field, the Gwinnett Stripers taking on Marist. Marist now holds the record. They have 14 baseball titles in the state of Georgia. So get ready for that one. That should be a lot of fun. And once again, excited about that. I got to give a shout out to the track champions. We had 4 prep athletes, not young, 4 athletes win gold medals. Okay, in 1A private, really 3 and a relay team. In Class 1A, in the high jump, Maggie Bird out of Savannah Christian took home the gold medal. She high jumped 5 feet 4 inches, and she still feels it's not her best jump of the year. I'll be talking to her on Saturday on the Karl DeMasi Sports Sport, Coach AD, Saturday morning out of Calvary at the Coastal Empire Soccer Coaches All-Star game at 9 o'clock with Chad Griffin. I know he'll be there for that. Okay. In Class 6A, okay, I'm jumping the gun here, but in the triple jump, Cameron Edwards, who just committed to play football at Georgia, 45 feet 8 inches in the triple jump, got him a gold medal. Okay, and then in Class 1A private again, we'll go back. Brogan Quarter out of Calvary Day School won the 110 meters with 15.2 seconds time, the winning time for that gold medal for Brogan Quarter. He was an athlete of the week way back when. Got a shout out now to the 4x100 relay team out of Savannah Country Day. Jonathan Jackson, Alex Wynn, Paul Mosley, and Kenny Odom took it in 42.5 seconds, or 42.50 seconds to win the gold there. So those are our 4 gold medalists, 3 individuals, 1 relay team. Great job. I'm going to post all of the local area kids that made it to the podium tomorrow on the PrepSportsReport.com. All right, the last thing I got to say is just catching up. We'll have more on this over the weekend. But the last thing is, don't forget, this Saturday at Specialty Sports Complex, okay, it's the Coastal Empire Soccer Coaches All-Star Game. There are over 100 athletes playing in this game. The girls will kick everything off at 10 o'clock. The boys will follow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get out there. It's the last chance to see our soccer players. And what's even special about this, it's going to be streamed so college coaches can watch it. Okay, let me get this straight now. Let me put this straight to you. Okay? College soccer plays in the fall. Majority of the United States plays high school soccer in the fall. But down here in the South, we play soccer in the spring. So this gives these coaches a good chance to see players from Savannah, the Savannah area. We've had kids come from Glenn Academy, Camden County, FEM County. So they're coming from all over the 912 area, and they get seen by college coaches. And Cam Turner, the inventor, the guy that came up with this idea, the soccer coach came up with this idea. I mean, he gets these coaches to show up and watch. Well, this year they're going to do it on a stream. And I'm telling you right now, I think he posted a little public service announcement this afternoon. One of the players that is now a high school coach in the area got seen at one of these games, must have been about 7, 8 years ago, and he got a college scholarship, went and played college soccer. Now he's back here in Savannah, giving back as a high school coach. That's pretty awesome. Cam Turner and the Coastal Empire Soccer Coaches All-Star Game, the 11th annual. So it's not the first year, it's the 11th. They had to skip last year, so make sure you check it out this Saturday, 10 o'clock at Specialty Sports Complex on the campus of Calvary Day School. All right, well, like I said, let me send a big shout out. I know this for off the top of my head. Mary Miller, only a freshman out of Savannah Christian, placed second in the low medalist in the 1A girls private state championship. In the boys 1A private, Reed Lauder finished second. The Savannah Country Day team finished second also. South Effingham in 6A, placed fourth. So we had a lot of good golf going on. Golf championships last weekend. We didn't have any team or any individual low medalist in the area. I think the Richmond Hill boys finished sixth. I mean, we had a lot of good showings in the golf championship, so we'll get more into that on Saturday. All right, anything else I can think of? Well, we're at Coach's Corner. Like I said, I never finished. Remember, there's 5 shows. The coach and AD. The AD couldn't make it tonight. Wednesday night update and Saturday morning live. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, right here from Coach's Corner. But this week, we're going to take our show over to Specialty Sports Complex for the Coastal Empire Soccer Coaches. The Coastal Empire Soccer Coaches All-Star Game kicks off at 10 o'clock. That'll be this Saturday. And then, of course, Rubbin' and Grubbin', Brandon Bain, the Atlanta man, as they call him, because he goes up to the Atlanta race every year and wears a cape, and he's like Superman up there. He's here every Wednesday night at 6 o'clock talking all sports or all NASCAR events. So pretty special. This guy can remember this stuff. He does a great job. Then there's 2 podcasts. Well, let me go back. There is one other internet show. It's called The 19th Hole with the Herb Brothers. I hope they come out for the PGA Championship. They did the Masters in April, the beginning of April. Great job. Sean Herb, Brent Herb, great job. A lot of fun. Great listening to it. Great watching what these guys do. And hopefully they'll do the next 3 majors that are going to coming up. All right, now 2 podcasts. The first podcast always is a great one. It's a little adultish. That's Travis Jadon and Spencer Maddox doing the Hot Grids podcast every Tuesday or every Wednesday morning. It comes out. I started another podcast with my friend Kyle Lawson, but we've had a 2-week hiatus because, one, he finally got a job after a year being laid off. Kyle finally got a job, and then this week he comes down with bronchitis. So you go figure. So the Who's on First Base baseball podcast, sponsored, of course, by John Henderson, Coach's Corner, will be back next week. We'll talk all baseball, Braves. We'll get into the minor leagues and all that other stuff. So those are our 5 shows on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Once again, John Henderson, thanks for letting all these guys, me included, for doing their shows right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. From the center of the sports universe, Coach's Corner. It's been a while since I had to do this solo. It really has. So, work with me here. We're going strong. We're coming to the end. And I got to, of course, promote Coach's Corner. If you're looking for the breakfast, it's been postponed for 30 days due to the fact that the key cook had a little setback. So used to go Monday through Friday from 6 to 10:30. It will come back, but right now there is no breakfast here at Coach's Corner, so make sure you're aware of that. All right? Friday night in the Sound Garden and Saturday night in the Sound Garden, the legendary Atlanta Hall of Fame rock band, Driving and Crying. They'll be out there for 2 days, and let me get this straight. They're part of the Georgia Music Hall of Fame band. They're part of the Georgia Music Hall of Fame. This band is known all over the state. So they'll play some new tunes from their upcoming CD. All right, so you have Kevin Kinney, he's the guitar player. Tim Nielsen, he plays the bass. Laurel Jometz, he's the guitar, and Dave Johnson plays the drums. Friday night's opening act. Great band. I came here and saw them one night. The Drucker Band, The Drucker Band, a bunch of local high school, former high school students that put together their own band. And on Saturday night, you all know Thomas Claxton and the Myth. Next weekend, Tell Scarlet Freebird, the ultimate Leonard Skinner experience. Check out coaches.net for the awesome shows they have coming up here the whole month of June. Okay, I got a new camera, so I'm looking at the laptop, but I got a new camera. Other than that, good luck to the Benedictine cadets. They're off at the state playoffs. Remember, tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, right here at Coaches. John Henderson will have it live streamed. There's a gazillion TVs that you can watch it. Kevin Farmer and the cadets taking on Marist. Starts at 5 o'clock. Friday night at Grayson Stadium. Don't forget, we have Metter coming in to play against Gordon Lee. And on Saturday, we'll have Jeff Davis taking on the Lovett School. So we'll have championship games right here. So that's about it. That's all I got. I miss my man, Chad Griffin. And if you've been following the show, Chad Griffin is leaving Savannah. I think this Saturday might be the last show that you'll see the coach and AD together. Looking for replacements, looking for people to come in and do it with me because it's a lot more fun when you have someone that has so much knowledge about sports here in Savannah, Georgia. Chad's been here 19 years, part of the Sports Council. He's the big guy behind getting these high school state championship games here. Last week we had two great nights of high school championship soccer last Thursday and Friday. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. But once again, I'll be searching for a new host. I mean, Melissa Makos, the coach of Nakos, she went up and found a job up in Atlanta. Okay, and then, of course, now Chad Griffin is also going up to Atlanta. He'll be starting a new job in Atlanta this summer. So it's the coach right now going solo, but I'll be back Saturday morning with the AD, probably for the last time. Remember, it's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Hopefully I won't be saying this much longer, but remember, if you have to mask up. Make sure you wash your hands, social distance, and until I talk to you on Saturday, you always hit it out of the park. And I hope this week has been your best week ever. The coach flying solo. God bless. I'll talk to you on Saturday morning. AD, missed you tonight. Love you, brother.